I have to put it to them. Their beat right here in this debut song is super catchy. Ooh, nice vocals. Very, very nice. It's a super good debut song in my opinion. But then the vocals come in and they kind of like really add this like aggressive tone that I really, really like from this group. Like everybody brings something so special to the table and it's really making me love this song. 안녕하세요 여러분, Tony입니다. Hello everyone, it's Tony. So today also marks the debut for boy group WEi. This is their title track song titled Twilight from their first ever mini album, their debut mini album titled Identity First Sight. I'm very not familiar with this group, I'll be very honest with you guys, but the visuals definitely seem like they are there from this group obviously, and they do seem to be going for like this very white, clean, like brand new, very aesthetic. So I'm very, very excited to listen to it. This is going to be Twilight from WEi. Without further ado, let's get into it. 준비, ready, 시작! Smooth. Has like a tone of like almost 17, but then at the same time it has like also a beat kind of more similar to a maybe an SF9, maybe the boys, I'm not sure. Kinda interesting. It's like a catchy, very like chill beat. I wasn't expecting to take this like direction. When you first see the song, like when you first see this opening and you hear like this like the beat, like the very opening, very like that little portion right there, you think it's gonna go in a much more different direction almost, but they took like more of like a light-hearted approach to the entire song. I like it. I like the whistling too. It's like adds something quite unique to the actual song and actual beat, makes it stand out from everybody else's songs. This guy brings more of an aggressive side to it. There's some really nice vibes. Oh, I like how they synchronize all of like the dancing. Interesting. So during this entire first portion, it kind of sounds like there's a very upbeat, very like vibrant type of style of song, and then it's like very whistly and everything, but then leading into the pre-chorus, like the pre-chorus doesn't actually have any of this whistling. It gets more like amped up, it gets more like kind of in more like serious almost, and it just like builds up, and then the actual whistling comes back in this chorus. So I like how it kind of like gets in this serious mode and then it like comes back to like the more fun and vibrant mode, but at the same time the whistling is actually diminished in this chorus, so you don't hear it as much and it's more like of the serious tone. So I like that. I like how they're like opening up more fun and playful, more bright, but then they're kind of coming into like this more like darker, more like serious tone, and that kind of is represented also in their black outfits. Very nice. Ooh, another. Okay, sure. Like, I have to put it to them. Their beat right here in this debut song is super catchy. It's very, very fun to listen to, especially with the whistling. It's very youthful, but at the same time, it's like not to the point where it's like over like cheesy. It's very, very fun to listen to. I really, really enjoy it so far listening to their first entire song of theirs. Oh, this guy's voice is really, really nice. It's very different, and as a rapper, it really stands out. He really has something very, very special with his voice, and I like how it goes off of him, because these two guys, it feels like they could just be a separate duo also in this song. Could be like a separate portion, a separate entity itself, because this portion of the song, it sounds very different, but it sounds very connected at the same time. It sounds very like much like a song that you could hear by itself. Really not really nice. Yo, he's like really bringing that like hard-hitting portion of the song. Like if you hear right now throughout his rapping, you don't hear that whistling, because that whistling disappeared, as I mentioned, and then it's going to come back in the chorus. Ooh, nice vocals. Okay. Butterfly. Oh, there's butterflies. We're slowing down. It's like electronic, like piano almost. So like the chorus opens up, gets kind of like just really hard hitting, and it builds off of like this serious tone, but then you hear like midway through this whistling come back in. It kind of like adds a different texture to the song, brings in that more fun, vibrant beat. Really catchy, really fun, and you kind of like look forward to it actually hearing this whistling, because it adds like a different dynamic to the song that you don't hear in a lot of other songs. Like especially in the visuals department, and then just like how they're dancing, like these entire setups, like this visual, like this concept for like their dancing, you would assume that it's like a more hitting, like hard hitting K-poppy song, but it's actually kind of very lighthearted, very like 17, like left or right type of vibe, like that type of visual style, and I really like it. It's very kind of like vibrant, very makes sense a lot for a debut, but it's still very serious and still very much shows all of their like vocal abilities, their rapping abilities. I still think that this song is very nice. It's a super good debut song in my opinion. Oh, the rapper's coming back. They're two rappers, having them like one back to another, like themselves as a group, as two rappers themselves, really stand out, I think, from the group, and it's really special. Like their voices in particular, I think I haven't heard like similar style of rapping before in the past, and it's really nice. But then the vocalists come in and they kind of like really add this like aggressive tone that I really like from this group. Like everybody brings something so special to the table, and it's really making me love this song. It's so interesting. If you look at the dance choreo, like it's so aggressive. It's like quite aggressive. Like you would think that this song is like more poppy. If you put something in the background and play this like dance portions, you would really recognize that like, oh, this is like maybe a different song. Maybe this is like an 80s choreography, but it's actually just like a very poppy, bright, like uplifting song. So it's very interesting, the dynamics in this like dancing and also the song. Like this makes a lot more sense in my opinion. It's really nice. Honestly, this was a very good debut song in my personal opinion. Twilight by WEi. Honestly, really fun to listen to, really lighthearted, very youthful, and I think it really showed off what this group has in store for us next with their next comeback, what they have in store for us with this album, because it definitely sounds very youthful, very jovial, but at the same time has a lot of serious tones to it, a lot of opportunity for the rappers and the vocalists to really show off, and you can really hear that because in certain portions they don't actually have the whistling disappears, the whistling comes in and out of the song, kind of like something that you kind of like play hide and seek with, and that's like a lot of like the fun factor I think that is in this song. The overall portions of the song, a lot of them bring this like serious tone, the guys, and it really like makes the song sound so different, has like a different like color to the actual song, and it really makes it something super nice. And I think that the rappers and then having also the vocalists, certain of the vocalists have like this really serious nature in them, and it really comes off on this song, and it really makes the song sound so different from what you actually hear from the actual whistling, but the whistling comes in with the nice like light-hearted vocalist, and it really makes it sound something different, adds some really nice texture to the song. So I'm really happy about this song. Really surprised about how this entire thing was, because well, I was expecting maybe more of like a smooth kind of like bass heavy type of K-poppy song. This we actually ended up getting a very much like light-hearted but yet still at the time very smooth song. So I really am impressed by like the overall beat of the song. Very catchy, very fun to listen to, and it was really great fun. So I'm really looking forward to these guys coming when they make a comeback and reacting to more WEi. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. 감사합니다. And if you have any comments, questions, or something you want to talk, feel free to leave in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. With that being said, guys, it's been Tony. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.